Watching News at Prime. Let's bring you this now. The Hawks in Mpumalanga have started dismantling a 350 million rand illegal drug lab that was discovered in Volksrust. This is about a month ago. 6 suspects, which include 5 Mexican nationals and a South African, were arrested in connection with the running of the laboratory. Let's get the latest now. Newzroom Afrika's Mweli Masilela following that story for us, and he joins us at the very scene. It's a crime scene where you are, Mweli, because the police are saying they are dismantling this. And how big an operation is this? I see you wearing a mask, and that is quite telling itself. Talk to us about the environment in which you find yourself.
It's a very difficult environment, even for those who are professionals. As you can see here, this is a lot of the equipment as well as chemicals that were being used by the people who were operating this illegal drug lab. A difficult environment in the sense that there is a stench coming out of those chemicals, and it makes it difficult for one to breathe. That is why we have to put the masks. Even those who are working in terms of this process of dismantling this drug laboratory, actually even having protective equipment and clothing so that they are safe, because what they are saying is that these are very dangerous chemicals. That is why then they've now started the cleanup process, which means that they will be taking these chemicals as well as the equipment to a certain place where it will be destroyed. And that is important so that the environment can be cleaned. And this other side, just for you, Koli, to have a picture of what is happening here. There is actually a big farm, and looking at the equipment and everything on the ground, it tells you that indeed it was a huge operation. That is why the Hawks are saying that when they look into this particular place, it's about a 350 million rand worth of infrastructure, as well as the chemicals and other equipment. And that house, that other side, it is the house that we are told that the Mexicans were actually staying, just behind me, but also some of those people who were found in this particular area during the day of the arrest. We are told that 2 of them, they are also foreign nationals, they managed to escape, and the police are still continuing with the investigation and trying to ensure that they get caught, because it is important that they are also part of this case. But what we know at the present moment, in as far as this case is concerned, we are expecting the 5 Mexican nationals to be back in court on the 24th. During their previous court appearance, they abandoned bail. According to some of those lawyers who have been representing them, they didn't even mention much about why they are abandoning the bail, but it is clear that it will be difficult for them to get bail because they're in South Africa illegally, even though they possess passports. The last time those passports were stamped, it was in Malawi. But we know that the South African, because it was 6 of them being arrested, the South African who was a caretaker at this particular farm has been released on 50,000 rand bail. So that is what is happening at the present moment. But this is not the first bust that happened in Mpumalanga. There's quite a number of those discoveries, even in areas like Standerton. And we know that even Police Minister Sanzo Mkhunu was actually there visiting that area to actually to get first-hand information in terms of what was happening there. So the team is done for today. They'll come back tomorrow because according to the Hawks, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. They are saying that this work might take about 3 days, which means that they're expecting that they'll be done by Friday.
Yeah. Mweli, quickly before I let you go, the understanding is that that is a rented property. Who is the owner of the farm?
So the spokesperson of the Hawks, Makonseni Nkosi, is actually saying that as much as they are following leads, they are now trying to get more information in terms of what happens. He didn't want to talk much about the information they have at the present moment. Remember, this investigation is still continuing, because even if you ask him about who is exactly behind this huge operation, because the people who are found here are those who are just doing the dirty work on the ground. He's saying that they haven't managed to get much information in as far as that is concerned. But looking also to the side of the South African that has been released on 50,000 rand bail, the amount, there are questions there, because this is someone who was earning about 7,000 rand per month with the work that he was doing here. And then the question is, how did he manage maybe to get so much money? So there's still a lot of questions that the Hawks are saying that they still want to get more answers in as far as this issue is concerned. But of course, such discoveries triggering some anger on the side of the community, because they are saying that a lab of this nature or of this size, it means that there's easy access of drugs from the side of the community, and actually emphasizing that many young people are now consuming these drugs, which is something that was not happening about 6 years ago. Things have changed at the present moment. More and more young people are actually losing their future.
Mweli Masilela, thank you very much indeed. Live for us there in Volksrust. This is in Mpumalanga, at the scene of this drug lab that was being dismantled today. 350 million rand worth.